You don't have to ask Gil to take care of me, Tom. I'll be fine.
It's funny, you know what I was thinking about today? Remember the time your dad took us fishing on the St. Joe? It was during the autumn, right before we graduated. He caught the biggest trout I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Listen, man, don't worry about him. Your dad's a fighter. He's going to pull through this thing.
Thanks, Gil.
Listen, honey, let's go home. I'm going to help you pack.
No,
right?
I can't. I got to call the accountant, and I have to get a hold of the suppliers.
George can do that.
We're doing the inventory. I can't leave it all up to George. I have to make some arrangements before I go, okay? I'll be right back.
Tom.
Look, let him go.
You know, he likes to work hard, especially when he gets upset.
He's my husband. I think I know what he likes.
Listen, I want to thank you for not mentioning our little misunderstanding. I know what you think, and you're wrong. I was not making a pass. Anyway, I'm glad you decided to forget about it.
Who says I decided to forget about it, Gil? Oh, hi. Hi.
Hi, Dad.
You wanted to talk to me, Adam?
Oh, yes, but you won't like what you hear.
Oh?
I wanted you to cancel your date tonight with Donna Tyler.
Damn, Adam!
I said you weren't going to like it.
You bet I don't like it. I'll tell you something else. I'm not going to do it.
What is this pitiful little display, Myra?
Well, I'm sorry, Palmer, but without Emilio and the rest of the gardening staff, the greenhouse just isn't the
Well,
same.
this is a very important evening. Now, I don't want Adam Chandler thinking I'm plucking the last faded blossom from a defunct greenhouse. So call the florist, would you?
No, that's too expensive. Maybe if I add some fern...
Here
call the
you
florist.
are. Mama. Oh, dear, those are really sad.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
awful.
Well-
Mama, could you excuse us? I'd like to talk to Palmer alone.
Yeah, call the florist, Myra. Call the florist,
Yes,
Myra.
sir.
Palmer, I want you to sit down.
You what?
I want you to sit down. Sit. I have something to tell you.
Everything's going to be okay, you guys. I know it will.
She's right, Jess. Think positive.
I'm going to try to, man.
Well, you're right.
Just don't worry about it, man. Just don't lose your temper.
Okay? You guys are going to win because you're right. We didn't do anything wrong.
I'm better, man.
Hi.
Angie, baby, be brave, honey. Everything's going to be all right. You're going to be right here, okay?
I'm so glad that you're all here.
Listen, you both stay cool. Just remember what it is you're fighting for.
And you're going to win. You're going to get your baby back, and it's going to seem like a bad dream, Jesse.
Yeah.
Too bad not everybody agrees with your opinion. Yeah, you, Baxter.
Jesse, come on.
All right, Nancy, where's that lawyer? He's supposed to be in here 20 minutes ago.
He'll be here. He'll be here. They can't start without him.
No, you guys sit here. No,
please.
I'll be right behind you, all right?
All right.
I just say love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sullivan, as much as we want our baby, somehow I just can't help but feeling sorry for them. You know, I
Well, I don't believe this.
What was that? What is it?
Kyle has sent in the second string. There is no way we are going to lose now.
Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard? Who are you? I'm Stephen Wolf. I'm Mr. Kyle's associate.
Well, why isn't Mr. Kyle here?
He couldn't make it. But don't worry. I know your case inside out.
Wait a minute, how could you know our case? I mean, we ain't even never met before. This is a ripoff.
Jesse, what?
Oh, wait a minute, this is great. I mean, you're just a kid. I bet this is your first case, ain't it?
Mr. Hubbard, I assure you this is not my first case.
Jesse, wait a minute. Maybe you should give him a chance.
Give him a chance, Angie. What about us? We're the ones placing prison here.
Hubbard, if you'll just try and calm yourself.
Calm down. What are you talking about, calm down? Our lives are on the line here. You telling me to calm down?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. Because if you do not calm down, if you keep this up, you're going to blow what small chance you've got.
almost struck his lawyer.
I know. I only wish the judge was here to see it.
Oh, this is awful, Jack.
Oh, shh. It'll all be over soon, don't you?
Yes, it will.
How's it going? Good. Kyle sent a substitute. Who is he? I never saw him before. I think it's his wife's nephew, fresh out of law school. Les, I'm sorry, but I can't stay. I know. I wish I didn't have to.
All rise. Superior Court is now in session. Judge Margaret Egan presiding.
Court will come to order. We are here to determine custody of one John Johnston Winters, Jr., the infant in question. Counsel, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, my name is Stephen Wolf. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Jesse Hubbard in the absence of Mr. Jason Kyle, attorney of record.
So noted, Mr. Wolf. We'll begin with you, Mr. Sullivan.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call Mrs. Wilhelmina Winters to the stand.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Mrs. Winters, you are the adoptive mother of John Johnston Winters, Jr. Is that right?
Yes.
Would you please tell the court a little something about yourself?
Well, I'm 32 years old, and I'm a registered nurse. I've always wanted to be a mother. Jack and I, that's my husband, Jack, we've always wanted a baby for the past 10 years now. We love children very, very much. And when we learned that the baby had been born and that the adoption papers had been signed, we were the happiest people in the world.
I see. And what kind of home were you planning to provide for this baby, Mrs. Winters?
Oh, a good home. A warm and loving home where he'd be cherished and protected. His room is all ready. Jack's made him a cradle, and I painted the nursery. It's blue with rainbows and...
I see, yes. Mrs. Winters, are you aware that the natural parents of John Jr. now seem to want him back?
Yes.
Now, would you tell the court how you feel about that, please?
I feel sorry for them, but I also consider them nothing more than criminals. They kidnapped my baby.
Objection!
Sustained. Mr. Sullivan, this court is well aware of the unpleasant events surrounding the abduction of the child. However, we are not here to address those charges. We are here only to determine custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Winters, would you please tell us, how did you feel when you found out your baby was missing?
I felt as any mother would. I feared for his safety.
You feared? What do you mean by feared, Mrs. Winters?
Well, violence always frightens me, especially when children are involved.
You then consider Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard to be violent people?
Objection! Counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled. Answer the question.
Yes, I consider them, based on their actions, to be dangerous and violent and completely unfit to be parents. I do. I'm sorry.
All right, Mrs. Winters. Sorry.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. How you doing?
Well, I'm fine, except that I can't believe I walked out of here without my gloves. My hands are freezing, and I'm hoping you're going to tell me you've got them.
Oh, gosh, Deb, I don't know. Ooh. What do you know?
Look what I've those gloves. You don't know what a relief this is. It's so embarrassing to have to admit to your 6-year-old that you have lost your mittens again.
You know something? You're great.
I am.
Yeah, I love it when you smile. Your eyes twinkle.
I think he means wrinkle.
No, now, Devin McFadden, you are a gorgeous-looking lady. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it.
Is this guy serious or what?
I'm dead serious.
Stop it.
Right, Brooke?
Excuse me. What's wrong?
Family problems. Sit down, kiddo. I want to talk to you. Here, have some popcorn.
Thanks.
Oh, it's all right. What's so important?
Okay. First of all,
First of all, I want you to know how very much I love you.
Oh, bad news.
No, it's not. It's not bad news.
You're leaving me.
Oh, I'm not. Palmer, will you stop trying to tell me what I came in here to say to you? Who do you think you are, anyway?
Well, I'm still the same ruthless, cutthroat capitalist you've always said I was.
That's true, you are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to change all that. I'm going to change everything for us by changing our priorities.
Well, we know what your priorities are, don't we? Yes, your independence.
No. My priority, my darling, is you.
All right, Daisy, come on, spit it out.
All right, I'll spit it out. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Palmer Cortland, I want you to marry me.
Before you have cardiac arrest, let me explain.
No, you don't have to explain anything to me, Adam. First of all, I don't know what it is you've got against Donna, but whatever it is, she and I have a very good thing going, and I'm not throwing it away.
Nothing against Donna. It just so happens that tonight, I need you a lot worse than she does. Palmer Cortland has invited me to dinner.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I've accepted, of course, contingent upon your being included.
And you're going with Erica?
Yes.
Fine, then I'm taking Donna.
She's his ex-wife, Ross. Don't you think that might be a little bit off?
Then you're just going to have to forget it. I'm not going.
I want you there, Ross. I won't take no for an answer.
Come on, you can handle Palmer Cortland without me.
He wants something from me.
Doesn't everybody want something from you?
This is different. And you know it's different.
All right. You have an ally in Pine Valley. Somebody who owes you. I still don't see the reason why I have to break my date with Donna.
Are you or are you not the one that spent 3 days last week researching Cortland Electronics?
And didn't you read that report? Don't you know just as much about it as I do?
I need you, Ross. Is that clear?
What world am I supposed to tell Donna?
Tell her anything. Tell her it's business. Just don't give her any details, all right?
I don't deserve that.
Maybe not. But I still remember Maureen Williams.
Oh, will you stop it? That was 8 years ago. I've learned a lot since then.
About women?
About a lot of things, including women. And don't forget, I've had a very good teacher, Uncle Adam. What did you say?
I said, will you marry me?
I thought that's what you said.
That's what you've been waiting to hear, isn't it?
Daisy,
You
really.
have. You've been pursuing me for a year and a half, proposing marriage.
Daisy, we have a little breakdown of some kind of, just communication
What?
here. It is the man who's to do the asking, not the woman.
I don't believe you. I don't believe it. At a moment like this, you are still so pig-headed and arrogant and male
See, the man is the pursuer, not the other way around.
All right. All right. Pursue me.
What is all this desperation, Daisy?
I'm not desperate. I'm not. Just ask me to marry you.
No.
No?
Well, it's really quite simple, really. I'm in no position to provide for you.
You don't have to provide for me.
Well, I have nothing to offer you, see, Daisy. I just have debts, empty coffers.
I don't care about that. I don't care about any of the money. I love you. Will you ask me to marry you?
But, no, I just simply can't afford a wife right now.
You're really saying you don't want me?
No, I can't afford you, Daisy.
I'm not a piece of merchandise. Do you love me?
Yes?
Then ask me to marry you. Please.
Daisy.
Ask me, PC.
Daisy, darling. When I'm ready to make that step, you will be the first to know. You really will. All right, you got that? Good, good. Now, you excuse me, I got some work to do.
I do.
Be seated. State your name, please.
Jesse Hubbard.
Your Honor, for the record, this man is a hostile witness.
So noted.
Mr. Hubbard. Now, Judge Egan is familiar with the facts of the case, but I'd like you to illuminate some points for me, if you would. Now, you believe yourself to be the natural father of John Johnston Winters, Jr., is that true?
I am the father, and his name is Franklin Grant Hubbard.
Franklin, is this a name that you chose for him after you abducted him?
Objection, Your Honor. That is his name, all right, and I didn't abduct him.
Sustained.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Please continue.
Mr. Hubbard, do you have any prior experience with infants before you... Oh, by the way, what am I supposed to call this, since according to you it's not an abduction?
Just say I rescued what belonged to me.
Very well. Do you have any prior experience with infants before you rescued what belonged to you?
No.
I see. Tell me, Mr. Hubbard, were you and Miss Baxter married at the time of this child's conception? Well, that means, was Miss Baxter pregnant when you married her?
What kind of question is that?
Answer the question, Mr. Hubbard.
Well, I can understand why he's reluctant to answer that question, Your Honor. But, I mean, after all, this kind of thing is quite common among...
Among what? Among people like me? Is that what you're trying to say?
Mr. Hubbard.
That black people don't have any morals?
Mr. Hubbard.
Look, the only thing that me and Angie ever did wrong was to trust jerks like you.
This is a court of law. You will kindly remain civil, or I'll have you cited for contempt. Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. You know, Mr. Hubbard, you really should let me finish my sentence, because what I was going to say was that premarital pregnancy is epidemic among people of your age group. Now, can we get back to my original question, please? Were you and Miss Baxter married at the time of this child's conception?
Yes.
Yes. And what about at the time of his birth? Would you please answer my question?
No.
No. What, if you weren't married, what were you then? What, divorced?
You're so bright.
Oh. And what about now?
We're married now.
You're married now. So we have you married and divorced and remarried all in the course of 1 year. My. Now tell me, Mr. Hubbard, is that indicative of a stable relationship? Is this a nice, conducive home to raise a child in?
Objection, Your Honor. That determination is the purpose of this hearing.
Sustained.
Sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Hubbard, let's get on to your background, shall we? Just how old were you when you were first arrested?
You got the file. You tell me.
All right, I will. It says right here that you were first arrested in 1972 for shoplifting in a grocery store. How old were you in 1972, Mr. Hubbard?
You're supposed to be so smart, man. Why don't you figure it out yourself?
You were 8 years old.
I was scared, man, and my mom was sick.
I see. 74, arrested by transit police for jumping turnstiles. And we have more. We have shoplifting and disorderly conduct. We have resisting arrest.
What was I supposed to do? My mother was flat on her back. She was sick, and I was 10 years old.
Ah, so you stole to survive. Is that it?
I had to.
Well, Your Honor, what we have here is a young man who thinks his personal needs are adequate justification for committing a crime.
No, man, you got a lot of nerve. You know that? You don't know nothing. You got a lot of nerve to be standing there all smug-like and trying to make me out of some kind of criminal.
Mr. Hubbard,
I tell you one thing, man. You are the criminal around here, man. You and your flunkies thinking you can tell everybody how to live, man. You all make me sick. All of y'all make me sick.
Sunday, a feline filling, a clever kitty, and a passel of pretty pussycats all on...
One more outburst like that, Mr. Hubbard, and I'll have you ejected from this court. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I hope so. Continue.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes, Your Honor. No questions at this time. However...
Mr. Wolf!
Excuse me, Your Honor.
He's made such a bad impression. Can't you do something to counteract it?
Not now. He's like a volcano about to erupt again. Your Honor, I would like permission to recall Mr. Hubbard to the stand later during my own presentation.
Permission granted. You may step down. Call your next witness.
Your Honor, in light of the previous testimony, and not wishing to take up any more of the court's time, I rest my case.
Very well, Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Wolf.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you ready to proceed with the case for Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard?
Your Honor, I am ready.
Daisy, please, be reasonable. Try and see it his way.
Not he humiliated me.
Daisy, look, try and see it from his point of view. Palmer has been an extremely wealthy man for as long as you've known him, and his sense of well-being is tied to his fortune. Now, how's he going to think about getting married when he doesn't feel well about himself?
Wonderful, Mama. Wonderful. I come to you for comfort, my own mother. And what do I get? You start making excuses for him.
Calm down, will you, please? And where are you
not
going?
Calm down. I am going out to take care of myself. That's where I'm going.
I hear shrieking here. I hear shrieking.
Oh, stick it up your nose.
Don't slam the door.
Women, what is the matter with you? Nice? You're nice one time, then you're bad, and I don't understand you at all. I really don't understand. Oh, my. Yes, hello.
Mr. Cortland.
Oh, yes, yes.
This is Adam Chandler.
Oh, Mr. Chandler, how nice to hear from you. Erica tells me that you're coming to dinner tonight.
Yes, that's why I'm calling you, to thank you.
Well, we're looking forward to it.
Erica tells me that tonight is sort of an informal, spontaneous sort of gathering.
Yes, absolutely. It's a friendly meal, neighbors, close friends, you know.
Oh, wonderful. I wonder if I might impose on you just a bit. My nephew, Ross, happens to be free tonight, and I was wondering if it's not too inconvenient if he might come along with me.
Your nephew?
Yes, and trusted associate.
Oh, then by all means, bring him along.
Wonderful, wonderful. See you at 7.
Yes, 7 o'clock. Goodbye, Mr. Chandler.
Mr. Cortland.
Now, who can I invite for Ross Chandler?
There you go, Mrs. Lindsay. I think your husband is going to love you in this.
Thank you so much. Really been a terrific help.
Well, that's what I'm here for, right? I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I shall.
Okay, nice that you were able to stop by today.
Oh, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And just why did you do that?
Do what?
Sell your own dress? You know, that's the only one we have in your size.
Well, I don't really need a dress like that, Myrtle.
You look gorgeous in it.
Look, Myrtle, where am I going to wear it, huh? I really don't go anyplace anymore.
Ellen, you have got to go out and meet some new people.
I would like to do that, Myrtle, but it's hard, you know. I don't know how. I mean, I'm just not ready for it.
Force yourself.
I don't think you understand something, Myrtle. Look, when somebody splits up from their husband, your friends change. You know, women are afraid you're going to go after their husband. A lot of men get the wrong idea.
Rubbish.
Oh, I know that. You know that. It's a fact, though. So there's nothing I can do about it.
Well, don't bury your head in the sand.
I'm not, for heaven's... Look, people think of me as one half of a couple. Now that I'm single, forget it.
Yeah, you don't fit into their little pattern.
Right.
Listen, I went through the same thing when Nigel died.
Well, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course, I know what you're talking about. Because you're a woman alone doesn't mean it's the end of life. They're in your experiences. Life can be wonderful. You've got to fight for it.
Okay, Rocky, can I quote you? Hello, the boutique.
Yes, is Ellen Dalton there, please?
This is she.
Oh, Ellen, this is Palmer Cortland.
Oh, hello, Palmer. How are you?
Well, I'm very well, thanks. I won't take up too much of your time, but I was wondering if by any chance you'd be free to attend a small dinner party this evening.
A dinner party?
You see, Erica's coming, along with Adam and his nephew, Ross Chandler, and we're very pleased to have you come.
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm sorry it's such last minute, but it's very impromptu gathering. Is 7 o'clock all right?
7 o'clock is fine. Thank you very much for asking me.
Oh, on the contrary, thank you for accepting.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Where is that dress, Myrtle? I'm going to Cortland Manor.
Atta girl.
Okay, let's see, I know I've forgotten something here.
Tom, listen, how long do you think Gil is going to be staying here? I mean, he's been here a long time already.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm asking you, how long do you think it's going to be before Gil finds his own apartment?
I don't know. I guess as soon as he can afford one, huh? I'm glad he's here right now. I actually don't like leaving here alone. Besides, he's one of my best friends. I owe him something.
Yeah, but he's your best friend. He's not mine.
Why are you so anxious to get rid of Gil?
I don't like to say this to you now because your father being ill and everything. Gil made a pass at me.
All My Children will continue in a moment. KOMO TV4.
Gil made a pass at you?
He came home to get some money. I was working on that welfare article, and he starts talking about you guys in college and about girls that you dated. They started to come on to me.
Come on, how?
He was touching my face.
Sweetheart, you must have misunderstood. And Gil's just not that kind of guy. I mean, hell, I've known him for 15 years.
But you haven't really been close to him since you've been in college.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
That maybe you don't know him as well as you think you do. Maybe he's changed. Look, all I know is that he makes me nervous.
Look, I think that you're worrying over nothing, honestly.
I slapped him.
You slapped him?
When he touched my face, I slapped him.
Honey, I'm sure that he's just being affectionate. I can't believe...
Tom, it was more than that.
All right, I'm going to talk to him.
Oh, no, I don't want you to talk to him. I don't know.
Oh, no, there's the taxi. Honey, I don't know what to do.
Listen, are you going to be gone long?
No longer than I have to. I don't know. I don't want to leave you like this.
I'll be okay. Really, I'll be okay.
I gotta go.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna talk to Gil as soon as I get back, okay?
Yeah.
Really,
I'm sorry. You know, I didn't really want to make a big thing out of it.
Honey, I love you very much. Don't you worry.
All right, and don't forget to call me.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Oh, good.
Because it just looked terrific on you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I really love it. This is much better than going to the psychiatrist, I think. Excuse me?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just me. Whenever I feel really worthless or unloved, I always go shopping. I think it's a lot better than a psychiatrist. I bet you in the end it's cheaper, too.
Oh, Daisy, I'm going to remember that one. Do you want me to put this in this box? Do you want me to wrap it separately?
No, just, you can just stick it in there.
Okay, I am really looking forward to tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. What are you going to wear?
Oh, I don't know. Never make up my mind till the last minute, usually.
I thought it was so nice of you and Palmer to invite me.
Oh, yes. Well, yes, we're just really glad that you can make it.
Well, thank you. You know, I met Ross Chandler before, but his uncle is the elusive one, isn't he? And, of course, Erica would be there. What can I say about Erica that hasn't already been said? It should be a wonderful evening, though.
Yeah. You've met Ross, huh?
Yeah. Here, when you get a chance, why don't you just sign this?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, he was in buying some Christmas presents.
Oh. What'd you think of him?
Well, he seemed very pleasant.
Wasn't the way he was with me when he threw me out of the gatehouse. It wasn't pleasant. In fact, he was downright brutal.
I can't believe it. It really surprises me.
But I'll tell you, nothing he does tonight is going to surprise me.
Oh, hi, sweetie.
Hello there.
Hi. Are you going to be able to manage
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, my greed shows.
Yes, it does. Put this on the
All right, okay, good.
Yes, she has.
Thanks,
You
Ellen.
sure?
All right, yes,
good
I'm
luck.
positive I can make it. Devin, I'm going to tell you, it's a good thing that you and I are different sizes because I brought out everything in mine.
Yeah, is that your red car out there?
Huh? Yeah, the small one.
Yes, you're getting a ticket at this very moment.
no.
Goodbye, Ellen. Officer, if I could talk to you.
Unbelievable.
Where's Myrtle?
She's in the back. Do you need to see her?
No, actually, I'd like to see that dress, though, that you told me about the other day.
Oh, yes, honey. I think you are going to love it.
The question is, do you have it in my size?
Was it a -2?
Or something like that.
What's the occasion?
Oh, a date.
Oh, isn't that nice? Here it is. Oh, let's see.
Ah, what do you think?
I love it. I think it look wonderful on you. Who's the lucky guy?
Gil Barrett, we're going to dinner.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, is that all you're going to say?
Yes, that's all I'm going to say, David, if you're happy.
You don't...
That's all I care about.
You don't want to ask me about his genetic background, his employment record, his financial standing, any of that stuff?
Oh, yes, Devin, I would love to know all of that. But your mother is turning over a new leaf. I am trusting you to lead your own life.
Well, will wonders never cease?
I guess not. Honey, we've had a lot of trouble in the past, but I think that's over now. I think we're in for some good times from now on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
What's the bottom line? Are you going to marry me?
I can't.
Why not?
It wouldn't be fair to you.
I mean, don't worry about me. What is it? Is it leaving Pine Valley? I don't care. I don't have to go to Rhode Island. We can stay right here.
No, it's not that. I'm just not ready to make that kind of commitment to anybody right now.
You mean you don't love me the way I love you?
I love you. I love you so much. You're my best friend. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not in love with you, not that way.
You could be, you know, in time.
There's no way to start a marriage.
Oh, Donna, I got so much love. I got enough for the both of us.
No, it wouldn't work. Don't you understand? Oh, look, man, what you and Stella had, that was once in a lifetime. I can never give you that kind of love. Look at me. Neither one of us should settle for one iota less.
There you are. Miss Donna, you've got company.
Company?
Mr. Ross Chandler.
Oh, no, not the way I look. No.
Oh, you look beautiful. May I show him in?
I gotta drag a comb across my head.
Mr. Chandler, Mrs. Cortland is here.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Valentine.
Hi, Ross. Thank you, Mrs. Valentine.
You went jogging?
You noticed. 5 miles. I look like a wreck. I'm sorry.
You're out of your mind. You look like $1 million. Healthy, a glow. I guess you know why I'm here.
Oh, you know, I was afraid of that. Listen, it's okay about tonight. I understand.
No. I do not like to cancel dates over the phone, and I wanted to come here to tell you that I do not do this regularly.
Time. You're a very important executive, and things must come up all the time like this. I really do understand.
You are terrific. Come on, walk me to the door.
Well, you're leaving now?
I'm sorry I can't stay.
Okay.
Oh. $5 miles, huh?
Yeah.
Mrs. Hubbard, your son was conceived in wedlock. Is that correct?
Definitely.
The natural result of marital love. Now, as a matter of record for the court, let's try and clear up some of the confusion. Did you and your husband live together after the wedding?
No. We were afraid to. I was afraid to.
Of what, Mrs. Hubbard? What were you afraid of?
My parents. My father, mostly. He didn't like Jesse.
Would you say he exerted undue influence?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. That's irrelevant.
Sustained. How many people knew of your marriage, Mrs. Hubbard? Was it a matter of public knowledge?
No. We kept it a secret.
From your parents?
Yes, but only because they wouldn't understand. But I was wrong. I should have told them the truth from the very beginning. That's why we got divorced, because I trusted the wrong people.
Would you say you've grown up since then?
Yes. I'm much more mature now, and so is Jesse. We want our baby, Your Honor. We love him, and we want to be a family.
What did you do when you found out you were pregnant?
I saw a doctor. And then I thought about telling Jesse, but I thought that he would feel that I was trying to trap him. And so I went through with the divorce and I moved in with my aunt in New York.
If you loved your husband, Mrs. Hubbard, why did you divorce him?
I was pressured into it.
Mrs. Hubbard, you said that you and your husband want to raise your son, now that you're both more mature. But how is this court to know you won't change your mind again in a few months?
Your Honor, I mean it. You have to believe me.
Okay, what's wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped the glass earlier. I guess I didn't get it all picked up. Well, hell, let me get you a bandage.
No, I don't need it.
Were you sure about that? Wait, let me see it.
I'm fine.
I'm sorry Tom left before I came home. I wanted to say goodbye to him.
What are you doing here anyway? I thought you had the dinner shift.
I do. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be in the way.
Well, you are in the way. I'm getting ready for work. But before I do, and since you're here, there's something I'd like to say to you.
Okay. Fine, shoot.
I don't know what kind of a game you're playing with Devin McFadden, but I want you to know I don't like it.
I'm playing games with Devin?
She's a friend of mine, and I don't appreciate friends getting hurt.
You know what this sounds like to me?
Well, it's not a joke.
It sounds like you're jealous.
Oh, boy. You're incredible.
Struck a nerve, didn't I?
You are incredible. I have known some overblown egos in my time, but I think you're in a case all by yourself.
Why don't you just admit it, huh? Tom isn't good enough for you.
I'm going to say one more thing to you. You leave me alone. You hear me?
I'm gonna miss you too, Mrs. V.
Oh, you sure brightened up a lot of mornings.
Hey, oh, you're pretty terrific yourself, you know.
Oh. Bless you, Benny, and may all your dreams come true.
Oh, thank you. Same to you. That's one terrific human being, you know.
Yeah, I do know.
Well, I guess it's about that time. Don't you forget to write me now. You hear? I'm going to be waiting for your letters.
Benny, I'm so sorry.
I know. I know you are. You take care of yourself, you hear?
I will.
Don't let that guy Chandler turn your head.
Benny.
Don't you forget your old pal either.
I love you, Benny.
I love you too, baby.
What is all this?
Oh, PC, come. Choose the thing that you like best of all of these.
Daisy, did you buy this?
Yes.
How could you, Daisy? Don't you have one iota of self-restraint?
Don't do that now, please, okay? Just chill.
Daisy, you have not changed one bit. When you were 18, the slightest little disappointment, you would rush out and buy every bauble you'd get your greedy little hands on, and the gaudier the better.
Why don't you stop running your mouth?
Now, I want you to get...
I spent my money for this. I didn't put any of this on your charges.
I want you to get all of this out of here. All of it out of here. What is this terrible? What is that thing?
That's none of your business.
I want you to get this out of here right now. You have exactly 3 minutes to get the whole thing out. We're having company for dinner, you know.
I know we're having company for dinner. That's one thing I wish to discuss with you. I want to know why you invited Ellen Dalton and Ross Chandler here without even consulting
2.5 minutes.
You're impossible. You know you're the most impossible man I have ever known.
2.25 minutes.
You cannot order me around as though I was a servant in your house. You can't tell me what to do with my life. You cannot.
You are going to get this stuff out of here. You have exactly 3 minutes to get the boxes out. You are going to get the boxes out of here. I will give you 3 more minutes to get them out. 3 more minutes. Out. Out. I want the whole thing out of here. And I want some flowers in here, too. Flowers. Do you hear me? Flowers.
You say you love the boy, Mr. Hubbard. What does that mean to you, loving your son?
Well, come on, it means that he's my kid. And that I'm responsible for him, just like my mother was responsible for me when I was growing up. And she raised me by herself. But she taught me one thing, and that was to love your own flesh and blood. Now, this is my son, and I love my son.
I believe what you're telling me, Mr. Hubbard. But if all this is true, why did you allow the child to be taken from you? Why did you sign these adoption papers?
Wait a minute. What are you saying here?
I said, if the love you felt for the child...
No. I mean, what are you saying about signing of adoption papers here?
Well, your signature's right here.
Mr. Hubbard, please.
No, what is this? This ain't my signature here. This is a forgery.
Wait, you're on.
This is stupid. Why would I sign adoption papers from them? I wanted my son from the very first minute I knew I had one.
You're saying this is not your signature. Remember, you're under oath.
Damn straight. That is not my signature.
Well, then whose is it?
I'll tell you whose it is. He's sitting right here in this courtroom.